Greetings, salutations, well wishes, ghouls and ghoulies. Jekyll here. I am back again. And if you're watching this particular video, then I'm going to preface by saying hopefully you saw the last one in which I had success. Or maybe just call it partial success, let's not go too deep into that. But I did actually figure it out. Was it that complex? No, because I chose an easier route after realising that the other route I was initially working with was harder. And I chickened out because effort, But alas, I found out a way to upload some kind of gaming content. Is it particularly interesting, complex gaming content? No, it is not. It is just Pokemon, which can be interesting and complex, but I decided to go very, very basic, which is basically as basic as you can go, because you're going into a very old generation game. The only thing that spices things up a little bit for variety, the spice of life, is the randomized encounters in the particular game I'm playing, and that's about as complex as it gets. I did not randomize it myself. I found a pre-randomized one, so I've got no idea what's going to happen. But if you haven't seen it and you're interested, please go watch it. We won't talk about the fact that the audio is garbage and that I have to keep swiping away notifications towards the end because I haven't figured out how to get those not to appear in the recording. I will figure it out. But, as I have said many, many times in these recordings and videos, I am not a professional by any sense of the word at all. And I have decided that that's just how it's going to be. I've said it before, say it again. You are just going to get the unadulterated, uncut version of everything I do, because I don't have the skills or knowledge to do anything else with it. So we're going to make do with what I'm able to provide, which isn't a lot, but it's an honest attempt. But I thought I'd, keep things spiced up a bit. I didn't want to go all in on one type of content. I thought I'd switch things up a bit and try this out. Like I said, I'm not expecting this whole YouTube journey to go anywhere. If it does, fantastic. But I figured whilst I am giving it the old honest college try, I would keep it varied. So you're getting a little bit of everything. It's not ideal, but at the same time, I'm just your bog standard Joe Bill Harry from every day of the week. Sorry to all the Joe Bills and Harrys out there that are offended by being called common, but we're just doing it. But if you do, for some reason, and if you do, you should probably get checked, but if you do for some reason enjoy the content and you want to keep watching it for whatever reason, whether it's just because I make you feel better, which would honestly be fine, drop a like, a comment, maybe even a subscribe. I never really understood that being said by everyone on YouTube until I started uploading videos and realising your reach is appalling when you have none of those things. But also, it will be what it will be. But alas, something new was done, it was attempted, and whilst it may not be fantastic as you would like it to be, it is an honest attempt. And I think there's too many perfectionists out there, so it's there with all its jagged corners, rugged looks, and sometimes, if our almighty Lord and Saviour Aragorn is anything to go by, looking disgruntled, rugged, and just a little bit tattered is a win. But there you have it. I have done it. I will probably do some more. It will be semi-regular because I have to go through and figure out ways to not only get it to work, but also be watchable, which the first one very well may not be. But I'm also aware that whilst uploading, YouTube sometimes does funny things with the sounds. So I may need to figure out a new way to manage the sound. But for now, it is bare bones and basic, and probably sounds terrible. But if it does sound terrible, it's fine. Like, not many people are going to be watching it anyway, so really it's just to satisfy my own morbid curiosity of doing things and seeing if they work. But I will make do with the results as they may be. But there will be more. I will keep going. And if by some sheer force of will someone actually enjoys it and decides that they have name requests for team members or ideas for potential future endeavours, please let me know. Do drop them in comments. Doesn't just have to be about the Pokemoning either. It can also be about this, where I walk around and talk random bollocks just to fill out as much time as I can, because I guess on YouTube you're supposed to have some kind of consistency in not only upload regularity but also video length, which at the moment I've not done. We've got a 5 minute, a 9 minute, something that's around 12 to 15 minutes, a 25 minute, and then we've got one that's around 20 minutes. It's like, there is no consistency in time at all. I will try to be more consistent with my timings on the Pokemon series. It will be, roughly 25 minutes. I came up with that idea in the middle of recording the first one, and then just proceeded to not make it 25 minutes. But these things happen. And ultimately, if I can turn this into something that I could reliably do and actually be able to, pay those pesky bills with, then great, that would be fantastic. Obviously, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. That would be stupid. That would be very, very stupid. But whilst I've got the time to be doing this, I figured I would just to keep myself going, really. Tides me over, stops me from doing nothing and catastrophizing and all these other things. But not as lovely today, I'm sorry. The sun has abandoned us. We're back to doom and gloom in my hometown, which honestly is more to be expected. I look around and I'm like, yes, this feels normal. This is what I would expect. But I think that about does it. He says, after mentioning about 60 seconds ago consistency not being consistent again. But for now, I think go back, watch the gameplay, please. If for some reason you laugh, if you can even hear my voice, then great. I'm happy to be of service and to provide something that is semi-amusing. But I think this is going, as well as it could do for someone with no skills or equipment. And as I said in the description of the Pokemon video, with limited equipment comes limited capabilities. Thank you, Uncle Ben. But I will leave it here for now, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your days, your weeks, your months, and your life. And if you stick around, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting to tell me just how terrible I am for doing all of this unprofessionally without equipment or capabilities. I promise my feelings won't be hurt too much. I'm just a little baby. But that is all for now. So, ghouls and ghoulies, peace out. I'll see you in the next one.